will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. Yeah. I saw you in the back of the restaurant, your head held low with your hands on top. And I've always been a sucker for a brand new project. Said I'm a lover, not a fighter, even on the days you treat me like a vampire. You take what you want and you leave what you don't. I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. Can you tell me why? To the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. And can you tell me why? To the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. Tell me why do the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. Yeah.
Wasn't that just so beautiful? What a welcome to the Caribbean, courtesy of the United States Virgin Islands. Do you know, we've had so many wonderful visits to the Scandinavian countries. We've met with you all, but the situation has changed. So it's our pleasure to bring the Caribbean to you in your homes and in your offices, and to say, spend a wonderful time with us on our virtual roadshow of the Caribbean, specifically for you, our partners in Scandinavia. And who do we have here today? Well, as I mentioned, the headline sponsor today is the United States Virgin Islands. And a bit later, we will hear from Karen Gert Nielsen, CEO of Atlantic Link and representative for the US Virgin Islands. But your wonderful time with the Caribbean doesn't end there. In actual fact, it begins because straight afterwards, we travel to Anguilla, and representing the Anguilla Tourist Board is Carolyn Brown, the director for the UK, Ireland and Scandinavia. So hi, Carolyn. It's great to have you with us. We're
Thank you,
then going
Carol.
to move. Thank you. We're then going to move on to the Cayman Islands, and representing the Department of Tourism is Irene Orozco, Sales Executive. Hi, Irene.
Hello,
Afterwards,
Carol. Hello, everyone.
great. We then travel to the Dutch Caribbean Curaçao Tourist Board, and Sharon Vassell, the trade coordinator, is going to share Curaçao with us.
Hi.
Afterwards, we traveled to Grenada and the Spice Island, and we're going to hear from Lisa Brathwaite from Grenada Tourism Authority. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
We then move on to the Dominican Republic, and Enrica Romanello will representing Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Punta Cana will share some exciting updates with us. Hi, Enrica.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Carol.
And a bit later, we'll be joined by Jamaica, and Torrance Lewis, District Sales Manager for the Jamaica Tourist Board, is going to share some exciting news about Jamaica with us. So once again, we're so happy we couldn't travel to Scandinavia physically this year, but we're so happy to meet you all virtually. And before we go into our presentation, I want you all to remember, we're speaking with you now. We have the Zoom chat. Go into the chat, share your Caribbean experiences with us. Where have you visited in the Caribbean? What do you love about the Caribbean? I'm going to share what I like about the Caribbean with you. I'm fortunate to have visited many of the destinations of the Caribbean, some here today, some not. But one souvenir I always take home with me is Caribbean rum. So I'm just going to share some of my rum supply with you. This one is Chairman's Reserve rum from St. Lucia, and I love this bottle. It's really decorative, so that's one of my favorite buys in the Caribbean. Also, when I went to Bonaire, they've got this fantastic liqueur made from cactus. I haven't tried it yet, but it's here. So that's another one in my collection. It doesn't end there, because when I go to the Caribbean, like I say, I spend my money. This is one of my favorite rums. It's a mango flavor liqueur rum. Can't wait to open the bottle. The reason why I don't open them too soon is that I drink them too quickly. And finally, and I know this is the favorite of Grenada, who's here today, in terms of Lisa. I know Lisa, she's always talking about amazing, the chocolate rum liqueur. And listen, there's just so much to see and explore in the Caribbean. So when you visit any of our destinations, whether you drink or not, do buy some of our rums. If you don't drink, they make lovely gifts for other people. But that's just one flavor and taste of the Caribbean, our rums. What's your favorite? Join the chat and tell us now what you like about the Caribbean. So we're going to move on with our presentations, because we have such wonderful presentations for you. The first presentation will be made by the US Virgin Islands, our headline sponsor today. We'll kick off with a welcome message from the Commissioner, and then we'll go straight into Karen's presentation. Stay with us. We've got some fantastic prizes to the Caribbean. You'll hear about them a bit later. Stay with us, engage with us, and welcome to the Caribbean.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the presentation of the US Virgin Islands. My name is Karen Nielsen. I'm the CEO of Atlantic Link. We're based here in Copenhagen, and we have been working with the US Virgin Islands for almost 15 years. So I will, in the next 10 minutes, take you through a little bit of history and what to experience and discover when you visit the US Virgin Islands. We have 3 major islands. It's St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, and also a 4th one, which is Water Island. There's so much culture and history and culinary diversity, great beaches on all 3 islands, and there is particular Scandinavian touch to the 3 islands. The close connection goes back to 250 years, up to 1917, where the Danish flag, where the islands was under the Danish flag. for 250 years, and we celebrate the centennial, or we marked the centennial in 2017. That was 100 years ago since we sold the islands back to the US for $25 million. I would so like to buy them back so we can fly domestic into the Caribbean. The islands, as you can see here, where we are located in the Caribbean. St. Croix is the largest island. It's 64 kilometers south of St. Thomas. St. John is a very short ferry ride from Red Hook on the east end of St. Thomas to Cruz Bay on St. John. So it's very easy to access, and there's a seaplane going direct from St. Thomas to St. Croix, from Charlotte-Amalie to Christiansted, and that takes about 13.5 minutes. And as one of the captains once told me, I said, have you ever like dropped in the sea with a seaplane? And said, yeah, we do that every day, but we never get wet. So I must say that must be the that's the way of talking about this on the islands. So we say now welcome back, and we say welcome back on many levels. But first of all, as you probably know, there was 2 hurricanes back in 2017, Irma and Maria. Everything is back on track on the island, but then COVID hit it. And in the islands, nothing is pretty smart. They divided up into 5 phases, and now they are in the current phase, which is safer at home. Meaning we have opened the doors, and tourists are very welcome. Of course, you need to wear a mask, and the bars and restaurants are closing at 11 at night. But and the restrictions are pretty similar to what we see at home or see here in Scandinavia. So you must gather up to 100 people max, which went up from 50. So they are loosening up or opening up a little bit more than we see over here. And actually live music and DJs are allowed until midnight. Let's move on to St. Thomas, the beautiful and liveliest and cosmopolitan, most cosmopolitan of the 3 islands. There's lots of duty-free shopping. There's a big cruise harbor. There's like in a normal year there would be 800 cruises coming into Charlotte-Amalie. But there's also lots of eco and outdoor nature you can discover, like this picture shows, which is a diverse ecosystem that you can actually kayak through. So this is the way that we move around on all the islands. We call them safari buses. There's no air condition, as you can see. It's all fresh air. Moving on to the food and culinary scene. This is actually my all-time favorite restaurant. There's so many opportunities on the islands, and there's all levels of food, all kinds of food. It's all very Caribbean inspired, of course, but you can also find some Scandinavian inspired food. Like they love meatballs out there, and I think that's something that we might have brought out to them. French Quarter in St. Thomas, which is right outside or close to Charlotte-Amalie, is part of Charlotte-Amalie. It's a great little area. Everything is so quaint, and you really meet the locals whenever you go out and dine or have lunch. So Magens Bay, you probably heard about that. It's on all the cruise lines day trips. It is the beach that received several awards over many years. It's a beautiful beach located right here in the little bay. Let's move on to St. John. St. John, as I said, you could sail from Red Hook, St. Thomas, over to Cruz Bay. This is actually the ferry that we see here. St. John is 75% national park, and has beautiful beaches all around. And some of the hotels out there were really bad hit by the hurricanes in 2017. So some of them are not operational anymore. So check back with us if there's something specific that you would like to know about accommodation in St. John. But we also have a lot of historic inns. We have there's campsites. Maho Bay is an eco campsite, which is really great. There's lots of trails over there, so you can bike It's uphill, downhill, but you can also hike around. And here you see one of the sugar mills. You see sugar mills all over the place in St. John and also in St. Thomas and St. Croix, which goes back to the Danish times. And Anneberg is one of them. In St. John, the Danish influence has been huge. So here you have Cinnamon Bay, and guess what? The bay next door is Canal Bay. So the influence of the Scandinavian language has also impacted the names out there on certain sites, so to speak. So when you go to Caribbean, and particular to the U.S. Virgin Islands, we have to talk about festivals. There's cruising, Christmas festivals, the Carnival, Virgin Islands, the St. John celebration, and it's all going on from December and January with the cruising Christmas festival. And if you haven't been there, you should. It's really, really great fun. And then it moves all the way up to June, and it's very, very colorful. Let's go to St. Croix. St. Croix is south of St. Thomas, as I said. It's the largest island. It's also the agricultural side of the islands, but it's also here where we find most history, and it goes back to Scandinavia. The two cities of Frederiksted and Christiansted is the most known, and out in Frederiksted, you can actually, that's where the turtles are hatching, which is super fun to see when the small turtles are going into the water for the first time. But also on St. Croix is where the famous cruise and rum comes from. So let's move on to Point Under, which is the easternmost point in the United States. And this is where you really want to sit and see the sun goes down. Then we have Turtle Beach, which is on Bog Island, which is right outside Christiansted. You sail over here, and it's a great place to snorkel and to dive. So by this, I'm taking you through the 3 wonderful islands, and where we definitely recommend that you spend minimum 3 nights on each island, or even 6 nights in St. Croix, 6 nights in St. Thomas, and then you do day trips over to St. John. And then you get the full-blown Caribbean experience. Our marketing campaigns that we're rolling out is, as you can see, St. Croix, a vibe like no other. We're really trying to get back into the local DNA and take that out in our marketing tools. So there will be a campaign that's going to be released pretty soon. When it comes to how to get there, and we know from here that you most likely need an overnight on the way outbound on US mainland, either New York, Atlanta, Miami. There can be found flights where you don't have to overnight, but you can fly direct same-day connection. On the way back home, there's always same-day connection. And you can see the air capacity for this winter that we have just listed here with American Airlines, Delta, Seaborne, JetBlue, United, Spirit. I would say check out Spirit from Orlando and Fort Lauderdale. They have great connections. When we go to St. Croix, it's not as many, but still, it's just coming more and more every day. So we have American Airlines and Delta, who is the stronghold, and with connections with KLM through Amsterdam. There's really some great opportunities here. So we want you to sell even more. So here's some tools how you can be better. You can become a US Virgin Islands specialist. You can become a multi-generational US Virgin Islands specialist. And with that, I just want to say thank you and stay tuned. And we are giving away 6 nights stay at the US Virgin Islands, 3 nights in St. Thomas, and 3 nights in St. Croix. So reach out to me. If you have any questions or need any information, I know that this presentation will be shared afterwards as well.
Thank you. And that's a wonderful presentation from our headline sponsors, the United States Virgin Islands, and lots of information there. Please reach out to Karen if there's anything else that you want to know. And don't forget, if you haven't had the opportunity to visit the USVI before, well, today could be your lucky day. We're going to have a drawing at the end, but you've got to be in it to win it. So stay with us till the end. And don't forget, get in the chat now. Ask us lots of questions. Have you been to the Caribbean before? Where would you like to travel to? What are you dreaming of about the Caribbean? And have you sampled any of our Caribbean rums? Get chatting. Let us know where you're from and what's your interest in the Caribbean. And now I'm really excited to introduce another destination. Now we're going to travel to the beautiful island of Anguilla. And we're so pleased to have Carolyn Brown with us. Carolyn does a lot of work in the Scandinavian market, and she's really excited to be reaching out to you today. So I'm going to hand over to Carolyn.
Thank you, Carol, and hi, everybody. I'm looking forward to talking a little bit about one of the smaller islands in the Caribbean, Anguilla. Anguilla is a British overseas territory, a very small island. We have a population of roughly about 14,500 people, so we're one of the smallest islands in the Caribbean. We're situated in the Leeward Islands, close to Antigua, St. Martin, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Bart's. As you can see, the island is very long and narrow, and majority of the tourism product is in the West End, but the island is now seeing a surgence of other product right across the island. Getting to Anguilla, there's a number of options from the Nordic region. You have KLM and Air France going via Paris and Amsterdam, or the option of coming into the UK and taking British Airways and Virgin Atlantic into Antigua. With the Antigua option, you can come across on Trans-Anguilla and Anguilla Air Services. They both now offer scheduled services from Antigua, which meet the international flights coming in from the UK. Coming into St. Martin, we have the option of the French side of the island, which has the local ferry, or the Dutch side of the island, which has the scheduled charter services. So anybody coming into St. Martin can actually take the boat straight from the airport. It's about a couple of minutes across to the facility, and then you'll go straight across to Anguilla, which our ferry port is Blowing Point. We like to say in Anguilla, lose the crowd and find yourself. And as we're moving into or through COVID, which has obviously affected the Caribbean and our island as well, we only had 3 cases in Anguilla in March, and the island then went into lockdown. But we've now introduced the option of people to visit the island again, and they're going to be very controlled with the access to the island. So we've introduced applications for people to visit. You have to have a test 3 to 5 days before arrival and a test on arrival. But one thing that we are actually doing differently is offering visitors the option to be part of what we're calling the Anguilla bubble. These bubbles we're setting up with our resort facilities. So it's a case of if you're going to your hotel, you're not actually having to stay in your room. You can go out onto the beach, or if you're at a villa, use the area around your villa. But you also have the option to go to restaurants that are part of the bubble concept, to participate in activities. And, you know, if your clients want to play golf, they can do that, but it all has to be pre-booked. Restaurants are all part of the bubble as well, a number. You're all certified, so your clients can actually book in. They go with their designated driver to the restaurant, but they have to come back to their facility. You have to be in your quarantine area for 10 to 12, 14 days, depending on which region you're from. But it just gives people an option to come to Anguilla at this time, but still experience the island and what it has to offer. We have a number of resorts on the island. Well, we have 7 actually, 5-star resorts. I'm going to just go through quickly and just show you some of what is actually on offer. We have the 4 Seasons on beautiful Meads and Barnes Bay, one of our modern hotels, beautifully designed, very much the Four Seasons concept, focusing on great service as well. And as I said, you've got the choice of 2 different beaches to explore. Anguilla has 33 beaches in total, and they're all public. So no matter where your clients are visiting or staying, they can actually go all around the island and really experience some of our stunning beaches. As I said, they're all public. Malyahana, which is part of the Auberge Resorts, again, another fabulous property. Cap Juluca on Mordays Bay, one of our stunning beaches, beautiful outlook across to St. Martin as well. And this is part of the Belmont group. Zemi Beach is one of our newer properties at the east end of the island. So, as I said, the island is expanding way across. As I said, it's 35 square miles. So from each end of the island now, there's somewhere that people can go and stay. It's on beautiful Shell Bay. It's one of my favorite beaches actually on the island. We like to make sure that the accommodation we offer is open to everybody, from family groups to couples to those people that want to travel on their own. Cruisenut Golf Resort and Spa is another fantastic property on Rendezvous Bay with a fantastic outlook across to Saint Martin. This property has actually had a full refurbishment after as Karen mentioned, Irma in 2017, and most of the properties across the island have really come up into a different level again post the hurricane. So the quality is second to none. The Reef by Cousinart is also another property at Merrywing Bay, again beautiful outlooks to St. Martin and St. Bart's. We have incredible villas on the island as well, and at all price points. We're very known for being in the luxury end of the market, but Anguilla really has broadened their offerings to guests coming to the island, and anything from the luxury 5-star beautiful villas right through to affordable fantastic villas, still on equally gorgeous beaches with fantastic outlooks. We also offer the Charming Escapes program. For those people that want to come to the island, they want something a little bit more local or a little bit more where they can self-cater. Charming Escapes collection is a wonderful range of products. This is Carama Beach Club, again on Meads Bay, situated between between Four Seasons and the Auberge Resort. You're still on those amazing beaches, but a fraction of the price you're paying for the 5-star, but you're still being able to really get out and explore the island. Shell Bay Beach Villas at the east end of the island, Quintessence Resort, again another one of our boutique properties. Also Manoa Beach Resort on Shell Bay. There's such a huge range of product, and again Frangipani Beach Resort on Meads Bay. I keep talking about the beautiful beaches, and they are absolutely stunning. One thing you'll find with Anguilla, our beaches are never overcrowded. We don't have mass tourism. We don't have all-inclusive, so it's a very different concept. So you can wander freely, as I said before, on all 33 beaches. We also have 6 offshore quays. 3 of them have fantastic little restaurants on them. This is Prickly Pear. Sandy Island does as well, and also Silly Key. Great. You can sail over to them, anything from 2 minutes by boat to Silly Key, where you wave to the boatman and he comes and picks you up over, and you can sail out to Prickly Pear, which is shown here on this image. We have a lot to offer as well. We've been known for our food, our great beaches, but Anguilla's really broadened their offerings for what guests can experience. Adventure, culture, as I said, activities. We have a fantastic array of festivals right throughout the year. Summer Carnival is July through to August. We have Moonsplash Reggae Festival at the fantastic Doom Preserve with Banky Banks, who's one of Anguilla's legendary entertainers and singers. As I said, many festivals, Festival del Mar. We have regattas. Anguilla are known for building these incredible boats, and right throughout the year, visitors can come and experience these unique sailing boats and the way the crew sail around the island. It's a huge spectator sport and one which everyone can get involved in. You can also hike. I mean, Anguilla, as I said, it's quite a flat island. We don't have the rolling hills of Grenada or St. Lucia. So it's a really great hiking experience too, where people can get out and experience, particularly the east end of the island. It's very underdeveloped, a lot of ironstone. There's great caves to explore. And this is becoming a very, very popular activity, not just for visitors, but our local explorers on the island that are really getting to know Anguilla a little bit better. You can actually go around the coastline of the island, by kayak. And we also have clear kayaks, which you can actually go and do tours at night and explore the shores. You can take a horseback ride. And as I mentioned, our offshore keys, this is gorgeous little sandy island, 20 minutes off the coast of Anguilla, and a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon. We always call Sunday Fun Day in Anguilla. And Sandy Island, literally, you can walk around in about 3 minutes. Great for snorkeling. We have beautiful boat trips available as well. Tradition sailing, one of our old scoops on the island. You can go out and do fantastic sunset sails with them. You can even hire your own boat and take a day trip wherever you want to go. To get around the island, as I said, it's a very flat island, very long and narrow. It's 16 miles from one end to the other. You can actually jump on a bike and cycle around the island. You can hire one of our mopes or a general rental car. We don't have public transport, so the other option is to get yourself a driver. We have a number of great taxi drivers on the island that will really show you their island as well and their little secret places to go for maybe a cheeky rum punch. Spa and wellness plays a big part of the Anguilla experience, from our beautiful purpose-built spas such as the Thai house at Zemi Beach, to being able to do yoga on the beach in the morning. And we have a number of great specialists on the island, no matter where you're staying, being at one of our charming escapes, at a villa or at a resort. You can actually still participate in any of these activities that are on offer. Romance, like the Caribbean, across the Caribbean, it's a very much part of what people love to come and maybe get married, spend their honeymoon. And again, in Anguilla, it's no different. You need to be on island 24 hours before you plan to get married. You can get married on a boat, you can get married on a beach, under a palm tree, or in one of the churches. We have fantastic wedding coordinators as well that can work with you or your clients to put the whole special occasion together for you. And as I said, dining, we always say in Anguilla, you can't go hungry. There's over 120 dining options, from great little barbecue restaurants to fine dining, such as Blanchard's on the Beach, a very famous restaurant on Anguilla. They also have a wonderful beach shack, which is very much casual dining. Down to Crocus Bay, this is the beautiful Davidas. Again, they have fine dining, they have a beachside grill, and it's a great place just to go and explore and spend an afternoon. Crayfish and lobster is the traditional food of the island. And as I said, there's so much choice, but there's always a little rum punch at the end of the day as you watch the sunset over Anguilla. And we're going to go into our video. As I said, it isn't one of the bigger islands. It's very small, 14,500 people, hugely friendly, very welcoming. We're on social media. There's many ways you can follow us. We've got so much to share. And, moving into 2021, we look forward to welcoming so many of our guests back and some new visitors to the island. And I'm available if anybody has any questions, would like to ask me anything. My contact details are up there, and, we'd love to hear from you. But we'll go into the video now. Thank you, everyone.
Simply stunning. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And I hope that our agents with us from all over Scandinavia, they enjoyed that too. Amazing. Thank you so much. So to everyone, Carolyn is with us. Get into the chat. Have you been to Anguilla before? Would you like to travel to Anguilla? Well, if you would, ask the expert, and the expert, Carolyn Brown, is here. Carolyn, thank you so much. And we look forward to chatting some more with you. Thank you so much. Great presentation.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
All right, so don't forget, Caroline's here. Chat away, get in the chat. Ask her absolutely anything that you would like to ask about Anguilla. She has the answers. So this is your Caribbean journey. And now, just for a few minutes, we're going to invite you to join us as we explore Nassau Paradise Island. It's going to be the Atlantis Hotel, Paradise Island in the Bahamas. Let's have a quick look at their video. We're so honored to have the opportunity to share the Caribbean with you. So let's continue our journey. And now we're going to travel to the Cayman Islands, and Irene is going to share her wonderful destination with us.
Thank you, Carol, and hello, Scandinavia. Greetings from London. My name is Irene Orozco. I'm a sales executive at the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism for the European markets. And I'm very, very happy to be here today and show you a little bit about these three beautiful islands. So before I start, I'm going to show you a short little video. So, first of all, where are the Cayman Islands located? Well, of course, they're in the Caribbean, but to be more precise, they're between Cuba and Jamaica, so Western Caribbean. We have 3 islands, Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman. Not very big, but despite the size, they still have so much to offer and so much to see and do. For example, we have over 135 nationalities living in these small islands in the Caribbean, 365 different dive sites, and over 200 restaurants ranging from the fine dining experiences to the shacks on the beach serving fish fry and jerk chicken and confiters and things like that. How to get there? Well, from Scandinavia and in general from the most, for the majority of the countries in Europe, there are 2 main options. The first one is flying via London. We have direct flights via London Heathrow 4 times a week with British Airways. There's a touchdown in Bahamas, in Nassau, so it means that the plane stops there for 45 minutes, but you don't get off the plane. You just wait there to stretch your legs. And then from Bahamas, you have an hour flight to Grand Cayman. The other main option is via Miami. We have same-day connections from the main airports in Europe. Also, it's possible to create twin centers with quite a few destinations in North America and the Caribbean, because we also have direct flights. For example, you could do a New York Cayman combination, Miami, Chicago, Toronto, or why not Cuba Cayman or Jamaica Cayman, because we have quite a few flights every week. And these are our islands: Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman. Grand Cayman is the largest island and also the main entry point for travelers. Here we have our international airport, but also we have Georgetown, which is the capital, and 7 Mile Beach, as you can see on the map, which is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. So we have in this area quite a few hotels, some villas, condos, many restaurants, and also around Georgetown we have duty-free shopping, especially luxury items and museums. And then if you go toward the east, what you find is what I call the local Cayman. So it's more about nature and culture. You have historic sites such as Pedro St. James, but also mangroves and caves and smaller beaches that you can explore. And also I love the small Caribbean villages with colorful houses and flowers everywhere, and it's simply beautiful. Let me show you just a few pictures of Grand Cayman. These pictures actually have been taken by us, by the team with our phones when we visit, because I like to show the marketing pictures, but also the point of view of a traveler. There's no filters. This is Grand Cayman. Is that beautiful? And then we have what we call the sister islands. So the 2 smaller islands, Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, that on the map you can see them, they are quite close, but actually they're a bit farther out from Grand Cayman, around 89 miles in the case of Cayman Brac. And the way to visit the sister island is by plane. We have several flights connecting the 3 islands every day. And it's very easy. It takes around 35 minutes from Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac, and from Cayman Brac to Little Cayman, 7 minutes, more or less. I think it's the shortest flight I ever taken. In the case of Cayman Brac, what you find is a nature lover's paradise, perfect for soft adventure. We have a bluff. It's quite rocky, and you can climb it. We have diving, snorkeling, bird watching, hiking, and quite a few caves that you can explore. And finally, we have the little sister, Little Cayman. It has only 16 kilometers long and a total population of less than 200 people. It's very, very calm and very close to a Robinson Crusoe experience. Very easily, you can be on a beach by your own. And also, there are just a couple of hotels on the island, perfect also for divers. Out of the 3 islands, the 3 islands are great for diving and for snorkeling, but here in Little Cayman, you have a very famous spot for diving. Okay, some pictures of the sister islands, Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. In that picture, there actually, we were on a farm trip and we were alone on that beach, and we were taking some pictures, and it was really, really nice. And just a few things to remember about us, because I don't have much time. The first thing is that we are a British overseas territory, so there's a big connection with the United Kingdom, and in terms of infrastructure, for example, you can find fantastic roads, that they're in very good state, and everything works. And English is the official language, and most of the European countries don't need a visa to travel there. Also, that we are a luxury Caribbean destination, so you can expect the high quality accommodation and service, and of course the beautiful beaches, because we're in the Caribbean. But we also offer an abundance of experiences and attractions. So if you're the kind of person that you like to stay on the beach reading a book, or maybe by the pool, you can do that. We have fantastic beaches and we have fantastic hotels, but we also have so much to do and see outside of the hotel. So just some images, some of our beaches, not only the 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman, but also in Little Cayman, in Cayman Brac. We also have a beach, it's not here, but we call it Starfish Point, where you can find plenty of starfish. And as I said, high quality accommodation. Just so you know, we're not an all-inclusive destination. There are a couple of hotels that can do all-inclusive, but most of the hotels do room only or bed and breakfast. Fantastic luxury, five-star hotels such as the Ritz-Carlton or Kimpton Seafire, but also smaller boutique hotels and fantastic luxury villas and condos. And as I said, many things to do and see. For example, we have helicopter tours, we have submarine tours, all the water sports you can imagine, from parasailing to paddleboarding and everything in between, because some parts of the island are very calm and others are more rough. We have caves, we have horseback riding, hiking, and one of my favorite things that you can see on the image is the bioluminescence. There's a bay in Grand Cayman where you can see the plankton growing in the dark. You have actually plenty of sparkling lights surrounding you, and it's really, really beautiful. And also, as I said, nature lovers paradise, especially if you like flora and also reptiles and birds. We have very unique species. For example, this one here is the blue iguana, only found in Grand Cayman, and is protected because a few years ago it was almost extinct. But thanks to our recovery program, we have more than 1,000 now. At the time, we had 12 left, imagine. So it's quite important effort. And of course, marine life. We are one of the places where recreational diving was born over 60 years ago. 365 dive sites, fantastic visibility, great variety of marine life, and most of the sites are only 10 to 15 minutes away from the islands. And not only for certified divers, but also people who like snorkeling, like me. I'm not certified, but you can still appreciate the marine life almost anywhere. And this is Stingray City. It's probably one of our most famous attractions. It's a sandbar in the middle of the sea, just 15 minutes from Grand Cayman, where you can swim and interact with wild but very friendly stingrays. They are used to people because fishermen used to stop here decades and decades ago to clean their catch, and at times they will feed them. And now, well, they are used to people and they love people, even if you don't feed them, but if you feed them, they're going to love you. And it's a very unique experience as well. And finally, something that makes us different is our vibrant culinary scene. We are very often considered the culinary capital of the Caribbean. And I mean, I don't have much time to talk about food, although it's my favorite subject, but I wanted to show you also some of the dishes. We have Michelin star chefs with restaurants on island, but again, you don't have to go to the expensive restaurant, let's say every night or every day. We also have the humble but still absolutely delicious Caribbean food, and I miss everything very, very much. And finally, who to sell it to? Well, our typical profile is usually someone with a higher income who's probably used to travel the world but is looking for something slightly different, a bit off the beaten track, but still expects first-class accommodation and service, great food, and also relaxation and beautiful beaches. And very quickly, an update about COVID-19. The Cayman Islands are doing well, things considered. At the moment, we don't have local transmission. We had some cases at the beginning of the pandemic, but not anymore. But we, let's say we are now in a phase reopening. We opened our borders again on the 1st of October, but let's say we're not yet open as we used to be before 2020 and all this madness. So you can travel there, but you have to request entrance, and we have reduced flights at the moment, but hopefully in the coming weeks and months, we'll be able to welcome everyone again easily and with no issues. So that was the Cayman Islands in a nutshell. I hope you enjoy it. This is my email address. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you ever need any information or you have any question. I'll be pleased to help. And in the meantime, enjoy the Caribbean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irene. And just to let you know that we mentioned that we have some prizes later, and one of the prizes will include a gift bag from the Cayman Islands that we're going to post to you wherever you are so that you can have some treats. And we're also going to have another gift bag as well. Yeah, with rum. All right. She's sending rum to you. Great stuff. So thank you so much, Irene. And she's here. She's in the chat. So ask lots of questions. Find out all you need to know because we have our experts here speaking to you. So Irene, thank you so much and get chatting and answer those questions. Thank you all. And and before we move on to the next presentation, we just want to remind you as well that we do have other prizes here. You heard earlier from Carolyn Brown from Anguilla, and Carolyn also has a lovely gift bag with lots of souvenirs and good items that she'll be sending to someone today. So stay with us. You can win gift bags, you can win hotel stays. It's all about the Caribbean. And let's continue with our tour of the Caribbean, our roadshow. We're now moving on to Curaçao, and Sharon is going to be sharing some updates with us. So Sharon, as you would say, bon bini, and over to you.
Danke, Carol. That means thank you in Papiamento. Thank you for your time. And I am Sharon Vassel from the Curaçao Tourist Board, home-based in Den Haag, the Netherlands. And I'm here to represent my beautiful island, Curaçao. Now, Curaçao, the lovely island, is located in the middle of the tropics, just north of the equator. That is why it is warm and sunny all year round. The average temperature is around 30 degrees, but because of its invigorating breeze, especially in the spring, it might be cooler, but if not, you just jump in the sea. We speak 4 different languages, that is English, Dutch, Papiamento, that's the local language, and also Spanish. But the best introduction to a culture goes through the stomach, right? So in the case of Curaçao, It is hoped that you are hungry because with over 55 different cultural backgrounds, the choice is huge. You can imagine the international, local food markets to upscale restaurants to the food trucks. Yeah, the food trucks, we call them trukipang. So you can imagine going to a party at night and you're on your way back to your hotel or your apartment or wherever you're staying at. And along the road, you have different food trucks with local dishes, barbecues, but also we have our vegetable farms. Yes, these are restaurants where they serve organic food and when they have where they have their own farm where they grow chickens and goats and lambs, you name it. We have it. So I'm not a vegetarian, but if I would like to eat healthy with like vegetarian food, I go to one of these farms because they combine it with the local spices as well. Yes, Curaçao has over 35 beaches and over 65 diving sites. Each beach has its own character. You can just walk into the water with your goggles and your snorkel, and you can start diving because in each beach, you have very clear water, and there is so much to see. Like I mentioned, each beach has its own character. If you go to the western side of the island, you have different quiet beaches. Why I say quiet? Because at these beaches you have a lot of local people visiting that, and during the week, most of them goes to work or to school. So actually, you have the beach all by yourself, you can say, or you can choose for a busy touristic beach. Here you can find restaurants, shops, some of them even have casinos. So it depends what you are looking for or how you wake up in the morning, and that's what, yeah, when you decide, yeah, shall I go to a quiet one, shall I go to a busy one, you name it. Now, talking about sea, we have a lot of different water activities. Like I mentioned, the snorkeling and the diving, but we also have the aquafari, those are underwater scooters. Would you like to do something more relaxing? Then we're talking about yoga in the water. Can you imagine going on a board, laying on it? You listen to the breeze, the water is calming you, the birds around you. Now tell me, what can be more zen than that? You can swim with dolphins, you can swim with turtles, kayaking, waterboarding, surfboarding. And if you think that paradise does not exist, then you haven't been to Klein Curacao before. Klein Curacao is an uninhabited island. You go there by boat between 1 to 2 hours, depending with what type of boat you're traveling with. But you can go to this beautiful uninhabited island and just enjoy the pearly white beach, a clear blue sea, and nothing to worry about. Now we're going back on island. We have different on island sports. Golfing is one of them. We have 3 golf courses, 2 times 18 hole and 1 time 9 hole. But if you would like to go and get to know the island, you can go on a tour bus, you can go with public transportation, you can rent a car, but you can also go on your own quad. Individual or in a group, we have walking routes, bike routes, cycling, yes, or you can go rock climbing is also one of them, and also go to different areas such as the ostrich farm, where you can go on an ostrich or eat an ostrich egg, eat ostrich meat. And if you look at the upper right picture, you see Dina Veres. Dina Veres is a lady, she has a huge backyard with all types of plants that grow in Curacao. and she can tell you which one to use. For example, if you have high blood pressure, migraine, um, good things for your health. She even has a love potion. Dina Vedas also has a tree. If you would like, if you're interested in making chewing gum, organic chewing gum, yes, so she can tell you a lot of things about the past, how they used to brush their teeth, yes, back in the days. So it's also something that I can advise you to broaden your horizon in natural and organic things. One thing is very important in Curaçao, that is art. Here you have a Chichi doll. Chichi is actually back in the days when the mother was allowed to go to work, and then you had the mother and the father that were not at home, and then you had the big sister, the eldest sister, that was taking care of the other siblings. A big sister like that is called Chichi. Well, you can go and make your own Chichi, you can paint your own Chichi, or if you want, you can just buy a Chichi and go back to your country and give it back to your eldest sister, for example. But I am the youngest of four, so I'm not a Chichi, but I made my own Chichi and I kept it for myself. So these are things that you can do on the island, or you can go to one of our well-known local artists and you can go and paint in groups and individual, because art and street art is a very cultural thing. You can see here in the lower picture that is one of the buildings that they're not using anymore, and a lot of local artists went to paint these types of buildings because we have different old buildings from back in the days. We're also in the UNESCO World Heritage. We have a lot of buildings with history, and not only in our capital but all over the island. You see a lot of culture mixed with art coming back. So that is something very important and very beautiful about our island. Our capital is Willemstad. And in our capital, you have the Pontjesbrug. It's actually, the original name is the Emma Bridge, that's floating on little boats, which divides the island in two, the Punta side and the Otrobanda side. Otrobanda literally means the other side. When this bridge opens, when it floats open, you can enter our natural haven, where you can imagine sitting at a restaurant sipping a cocktail, and you can see a huge cruise ship coming into our natural haven. This bridge divides Punta and Otrabanda. Our island, we are well known for next to food, events. Well, we are living in a bizarre time right now. 2020 was a strange year for us, but we hope for 2021 we can continue with our yearly events, such as the Kele Marathon. That's a marathon where people all over the world travel to Curaçao to participate in this marathon. Our Curaçao Carnival, that is a event that takes almost a month. Yes, we have all types of parades. Parade for one side of the island, and then the other side of the island. Children's parade, adult parade. Who's going to be the queen? Who's going to be the prince? Who is going to be with their tumba? That is the music that they play along during this carnival parade. Who is going to win this the prince or the king of Tumba? Next to that, we have the Curaçao North Sea Jazz Festival. The Curaçao North Sea Jazz Festival is a festival that's also yearly. We had artists such as Lionel Richie, John Legend, Sting, Prince, Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys, Diana Ross, Mark Anthony, name it. and they've all been to our Curaçao North Sea Jazz Festival. Also, you have people all over traveling to Curaçao, especially for this event. The Curaçao Baseball Week, I don't know if you know, but a lot of MLBers, the Major League Baseball players, were born and raised on our island. And once a year, they travel to Curaçao and they organize a lot of events together with the children in the neighborhoods of Curaçao, and they play against each other. So hereby, I will present to you a video for you to get an idea of our Willemstad, the art in Curaçao, the street art, and yes, and the baseball players that travel to Curaçao.
Hands out for Curaçao! Yuri! Medina, Young, shooting Medina. Home run number 1. Welcome to the big leagues, Andrew Jones.
Located in the southwestern Caribbean Sea, an island known for its beautiful landscape, diverse culture, bright colors and sandy beaches, lies the tiny paradise called Curaçao, where raw talent is developed on the rocky dirt fields. This high rate of talent made Curaçao the nation with the most major leaguers per capita in the world. And it all starts in the neighborhoods.
Yes, that is a little bit about Curaçao. So are you excited to go to my island? Okay. Well, before you go to Curaçao, well, you have your ticket, and what's next? You go to our website dicardcuracao.com. Yes, if I said it too fast, don't worry. I will leave it in the chat box. You go to our website, and there you have to fill out the immigration card. The immigration card you can fill out as soon as you have your ticket. The next step will be the PCR test. You would have to do this test not only for your own safety, but also for other tourists on the island, as well as the local people. We do like to ask you to follow this procedure, and after you have your PCR test, 48 hours before departure, you go to the same website, dicardcuracao.com, and here you fill out the health immigration form. After you've done that, and now you're going to the island. To the island, we ask you for you to do some small things, again, not for yourself only, but also for other tourists and also for the local, to keep distance, where it can, wear your face mask, wash your hands, but we're all living in this situation now, so it's the new normal, as they call it. Hopefully for 2020, we can all go back to how we're used to. Now, for you to sell Curaçao, what have we done? We have a special travel agent reward program. We have 7 participating hotels, and if you book 7 nights for your clients, you get or you save 1 night for yourself. This is valid. The saving is valid till the 20th of December 2021. and you can travel anytime. So book, and I also will put the link to get more information in the chat box. And should you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Carol.
And thank you so much, Sharon. And I learned a lot. And I need my doll because I'm an older sister. I have two younger sisters. So I'm going to let them know that I need to get my doll as well. So thank you so
Yes.
much. A great presentation, giving us so much more knowledge on the Dutch Caribbean island of Curaçao. Thank you so much. Get in the chat. We have lots of people with us today, and we want you to engage with them. Thanks a lot. Great stuff. So, moving on, we mentioned earlier, and of course, you know from the branding, that our headline sponsor today is the US Virgin Islands. And now let's have a quick look at another video just to show us more of that wonderful destination. So, you've seen the message, reconnect with paradise. And that's what we want you to do. That's where we have all our experts here today speaking to you about different aspects of the Caribbean product. It's all about connecting with the Caribbean and just letting you all know that even though, you know, you're there in your various homes and offices and countries, we haven't forgotten you. We're ready. We're putting all the plans in place to welcome everyone back to the Caribbean safely because that's what we do. So let's continue with our tour of the Caribbean. And now let's visit Grenada, the Spice Island. Lisa, what are you going to share with us?
I am going to share plenty. So let's get into this. So guys, just to introduce myself, my name is Lisa Brathwaite and I am the Trade and Community Manager of the Grenada Tourism Authority. And I would like to welcome you to Pure Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Now, getting there from the UK, we have two carriers, Virgin Atlantic and British Airways. Virgin Atlantic is from Heathrow and British Airways is from Gatwick. BA actually restarts their service to Grenada on the 12th of December. Virgin via Barbados in December and then direct from the 6th of January 2021. But what we ask is to please check the airline's websites to see which island we will touch down in, and just to note, your clients do not get off the plane. So, Pure Grenada, just for you. We have over 40 white sand beaches, 9 black sands, and over 15 waterfalls. I will get into it a bit later, but we are the first for the underwater sculpture park. We have a wonderful natural preserve and rainforests. And if you didn't know, now you know, we have abundant spices and supreme dark chocolate to the point that we have 5 artisan chocolate makers, and they contribute to a wonderful chocolate festival. Grenada is the ideal destination because we have no high-rise resorts on the beachfront and the calming sounds of the Caribbean Sea. So, Pure Grenada, just for you, beaches. There is no shortage of beaches in Grenada, even to the point that Condé Nast Traveler included our most famous beach, Granans, in one of 30 best beaches in the world. So we're very happy about that. But like I said, we have over 40. So of course, indulge yourself in a peaceful La Sagesse, or go up to the north of the island where you'll see Lavera Beach or Magazine Beach. So before I continue further, I want to go into visual storytelling and show you our video that conveys what Grenada has to offer. Yes, pure Grenada really is just for you. So just to put things in context, we are 21 miles long by 12 miles wide. So we're a small little gem that has a lot to offer, located between the Caribbean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. And we are more southern when you want to think about location further. So just for you, St. George's. St. George's is our capital, and it's a historic capital. It is even considered to be the prettiest capital in the Caribbean. And also in our capital, you can do walking tours. Why not? Food tours, rum tours. It's a must in the Caribbean, right? House of Chocolate. As I mentioned, we have plenty of chocolate to experience, so why not indulge in that? We do have the calming seas of the Caribbean Sea, so sunset cruises is a must. And now you can also see what Grenada was and what it is now with going on history tours with our Fort George and Fort Frederick. Now, Grenada is known as the spice of the Caribbean. I'm even wearing a spice necklace, and I've got nutmeg just behind me with the pillow. So we definitely have a lot of spices. We are one of the largest exporters of nutmeg. Amongst other spices that we have, we've got a lot of crafts, as you can see, and many things to explore in our spice markets. So just for you, when it comes to the north part of the island, you do find that it's very lush. The vegetation is very green. That's where you've got the ideal off the beaten track location for you, where you'll see the beautiful and peaceful Granatang Lake. You can even be your own driver with a dune buggy experience. Mountain biking, how many people out there, including your clients and yourself, have stamina for that? Or you can do hiking and walking trails with our Mona monkeys. And Mona monkeys, not cage, so you will see them as and when, but we do find if you have chocolate, then you'll become their best friend. So you definitely have the option to do quite a bit when it comes to adventure. Now, furthermore, we have on the water, as I mentioned, underwater sculpture park. Just imagine life-size statues of Grenadian children that was placed into the ocean. Now, it was created to protect our coral reef, but what you find is that over time it has become a popular tourism attraction. It is a snorkeling activity, but you do find if you're a diver, then you'll want to discover it up close and personal. It has a very airy feel to it, so it's definitely a delight to say the least. Along that, we have the largest wreck in the Caribbean, the Bianca Sea, and it lies in 90 to 160 feet of water. Just think the Titanic of the Caribbean. We've got river tubing, power boat tours, glass bottom boats, canoeing, water sports. The list is really endless when it comes to our soft adventure. So when it comes to our hotels, whether you have clients that are an adventure seeker, business traveler, or here with their family, there is a wide range of accommodation options to suit their needs, from 3-star to 5-star properties, ranging from private villas, all-inclusive hotels, to boutique resorts. So there really is something suitable for everyone, and they're listed on the page for you. Is just to show you some of our old favorites, and you can definitely get to know them more on our official tourism website, www.puregrenada.com, where we also have our list of approved safe accommodation for you as we navigate through COVID-19. But just to show you some of our new delights, we have Silver Sands Grenada, and it is the first hotel to be built from scratch on our famous beach, Grenada's Beach, for over 20 years. So that's something. And it does have the longest pool in the Caribbean, 100 meters. And that itself is classed as a 5-star property. We also have the Point at Calavini. And that in itself is conveying more to your wellness side. So if you have clients that's definitely into their wellness, then that place is for you. Royalton Grenada is due to open early next year. So families, please do bring them and head that way. We have Kimpton Kawana Bay, another property that is due to open in 2021, but the latter part of that year. And if you have clients that are a part of the Intercontinental Hotels Group, then you'll definitely want them to encounter that hotel, because as I understand it, every hotel is really different and very quirky, even to the point that if you are a solo traveler, they'll give you a goldfish as company. So let's see what they do for us in Grenada. Furthermore, whenever I say this one, it gets a ooh la la response. It is Six Senses, and this is due to open in 2022. So please watch out for that. That is pretty much conveying more to your wellness, sustainability, and luxury. And you do find that we have a large portfolio of our hotels in the south part of the island, in our tourist belt, St. George's. But this one is going to be in La Sagesse. And from our airport, it's about a 20-minute drive, so it's not too far. And for those wanting to visit St. George's and go on our Grenada's Beach from our airport, it's about 50 minutes, so it's not really bad. The whole island itself is very mountainous, and in total it takes 4-hour drive to get round the entire island. We're small, but we've got a lot to offer. So that pretty much is concluding Pure Grenada. But as we know, we are navigating in a time that's very uncertain. As it goes with protocols for Grenada, a negative PCR test is required 3 days before travel. All of our forms are online, and it's good to note that your PCR test results do not have to be uploaded on the form. Guests will be required to at least 5 days within the hotel as a quarantine period. But after the 4th day, if you wish To interact with the local community, you would need to take a PCR test and get back negatives, and then you're allowed to free movement around the island. And it's always worth visiting our Ministry of Health website. That's covid19gov.gd. It's a really good source for Grenada updates and changes to the advisories. So just to end this note on, Grenada has that ambience that feels as though it's a home away from home. Not because you're seeing similarities to your home, but it's just because the hospitality of the warmth people, population 110,000. So we really are a community that have that genuine human interaction. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And great to get all of those updates, some new properties coming on stream. So for everyone, all the experts joining us today, there's so much happening in the Caribbean, and we're really pleased that everyone's on the call. So get chatting. If there's anything else you need to know from Lisa or any of our other Caribbean experts, ask them now. Engage. Thank you so much. So let's move on with our Caribbean tour. Let's now go to the Dominican Republic, and specifically to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Punta Cana. So Enrica is going to give us an update. Enrica, we want to hear from you.
Hello, Carol. Thank you. Hello, everyone. As Carol said, I'm here to represent Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Punta Cana. So I'm part of the Italian, French, Benelux, and Denmark representative of the group RCD Hotels. Part of this group, we have Hard Rock Hotel in Punta Cana, and it's situated like right in front of the beach of Playa Rio, and it's like just 30 minutes away from the airport. As we know, like there are many Hard Rock hotels around the world, and they are well known for being all-inclusive hotels and perfect for adults, but also for families. Okay, now we're gonna watch a little video, and then we're going through the presentation to see like what Hard Rock Hotel Punta Cana can offer.
Right, don't no matter what they say. You're the lonely baby. You're the lonely baby. Hey baby, you know you're the only one for me. They say that we should never ever. They will never see you like I see. You're my dream. Hey, baby, I love you so forever and a day. If we gon' be together, girl, I'll pray. Don't no matter what they say. You're the lonely baby. You're the lonely baby. You're the
Okay, as we have seen, the resort offered like so many activities for kids, for adults, for families, for everyone. So let's move like on the next. Okay, here is the beach. It's like a long beach, white beach, and it's perfect for long walks. The resort faces the ocean, this crystal clear ocean, and it's a pretty big resort. We are talking about like 1,775 spacious rooms, and it's not like a tall building, but it's really wide. It's like let's call it like a village where everything it's in there, from restaurants, from bars, and we are gonna see like later in the presentation. So these are the kind of rooms. They are really big, really spacious, and in every room we can find a double jacuzzi and a wide terrace with amazing views of the ocean. So as I said, it's an all-inclusive resort. So everything is included, from the minibar to in the room to all the restaurants and bars. So we have 11 international restaurants that are great for all the tastes, like from the Mexican cuisine to Mediterranean, Italian, and everything you can think about of. And then we have also 23 bars and lounges with like many different styles of every bars and restaurants. Regarding pools, as I said, it's a perfect resort for families too. So we have like pools only for kids and pools only for adults. So like pools for each one, but also pools where everyone can go. There are water slides and pools where like they do also like foam parties and all this stuff, like music and bars. So there are 13 pools in total. As I said, there are kids club and teens club, so many activities for the kids. We have also the bowling inside, and also there is this program for teenagers mostly and also adults, and it's called Sound of Your Stay, where you can rent a guitar in your room and you can play the guitar in your room, and or also like with other people in the resort, of course. So we also have a spa that is a very big spa and is the biggest one in the Caribbean. It has so many treatment rooms and so many spaces, like private areas where you can stay and where you can do your treatments. There is the hydrotherapy room, the Arctic caves, and all these kind of like spa treatments that you can try. One important things are the inclusions. So this limitless resort credit is like a credit that you get. So depending how many nights you are staying at the resort, the clients are staying at the resort, they get a credit. And they can, with this credit, they can pay this 25% of service tax in so many activities. So everything is included: golf, spa treatments and activities, and also excursion too. And the client just needs to pay a 25% of taxes, of the service tax, in the service they choose. For example, if they choose a massage of $100, they're going to pay only $25 of massage. So this is great. And also for the golf, as we have like the golf course, 18 holes golf course, like really close by the resort, and is designed by Jack Nicklaus. So also we have like meetings and event space. It's great also for weddings, but for meetings, like working meetings too. And as you can see, there are like 6,085 meter squares of space. So there are like so many rooms, like from the small one for small meetings to the biggest one for the weddings. One cool thing of this resort, like as I said, everything is in here. Like you can find everything. Also the casino and the Oro nightclub. So for adults, there is like this second biggest casino in the Caribbean, and also like the nightclub. At Hard Rock Hotel Punta Cana, we can also find like some events, like some concerts. So we also have sometimes the Cirque du Soleil or tribute band, or for Michael Jackson, for example. Or also we had like Shakira and Mark Anthony doing like the concert at Hard Rock Punta Cana. So there are two new entries. We have the Dinner in the Sky and the Wave Rider. The Dinner in the Sky is this platform that we'll see on the screen, and it brings you up like 50 meters high, and you can have dinner or lunch in this place, like in this structure, and you have amazing views of the ocean and of the resort. And also the Wave Rider, it's like where you can try to surf. It's like an ocean, a small like kind of ocean, where you have all the waves and you can try to surf. And it's great also for teenagers, for adults. and it has also like in some time of the day it has the DJ. It has like a bar close by, and it's a really great idea to know how to surf before getting into the ocean. So here are my contacts. Don't hesitate to contact us, and also now in the chat, feel free. And I hope you like the resort, the presentation, and also you can try to win the 4 nights at Hard Rock Hotel Punta Cana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Enrica. And I'm quite sure that in a few minutes' time, everyone will be ready to win that prize. So thanks for your presentation. As you said, get in the chat, provide lots of information, because that's what we want to ensure, that the experts across the Scandinavia selling the Caribbean has as much information as they need. So thank you so much, Enrica, and get chatting for us. Thank you. All right. So just before we start our final presentation, which will be from Jamaica, let's take a quick detour to Aruba and visit the Bakuti and Tara Beach Hotel.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elton Barber, and I'm taking everybody today on a journey to my one happy island, Aruba. Aruba has been open for happiness quite a while now. Since July, we opened up our borders, and since the beginning of November, we are open for Europeans to travel through Amsterdam to my one happy island, Aruba. Aruba is a small island, part of the Lesser Antilles. Very important to know is that Aruba is outside the hurricane belt. So whenever you ask yourself, what's the weather down in Aruba? Um, is it when it's the best time to travel to Aruba? I always say year round. Aruba is a year round destination due to the fact that we're outside the hurricane belt, so we do not have major storms throughout the year. We have a constant climate. The temperatures varies between 28 to 32 degree, and of course we have that breeze that comes together with the sunshine. So it makes Aruba the perfect destination to spend your holidays. Also important is whenever you travel to Aruba, it's a 9 to 10 hour flight from Amsterdam. Due to the fact that Aruba is a small island, it's 5 minutes drive from the airport. Whenever you arrive at Reina Beatrix Airport, it's a 5 minute drive to Oranjestad, which is the capital of Aruba. From the capital, driving, heading north, you find our pristine beaches, Eagle Beach and Palm Beach, where you also find our low-rise boutique hotels and our high-rise chains, such as the Marriott, the Ritz-Carlton, the Hyatt, etc. Aruba counts 6 major districts. Well, you already know Oranjestad is our capital, North, Paradera, Santa Cruz, Savaneta, and San Nicolas. San Nicolas is the second largest district in Aruba. Aruba is also known, by the way, for its high quality accommodation, such as the Marriott, the Ritz Carltons, the Hyatt Regencies, but also at Eagle Beach you can find a bit more boutique kind of resorts, such as Bukuti, Manchego, etc., etc. So it's quite diverse on our 11-kilometer stretch of beach that we have in Aruba. A difference between Eagle Beach and Palm Beach is more. Uh, uh, Eagle Beach is a bit more tranquil, and Palm Beach is a bit more vivid. So whenever you decide to stay at one of the high-rise hotel, you have a boardwalk in front of the hotels, but also on the beach, you have those little shacks selling souvenirs, a lot of restaurant, a lot of choice of cuisine. So that's mostly the big difference in between the Eagle Beach and Palm Beach. But what makes Eagle Beach quite interesting is it's just right in between Palm Beach and Oranjestad, so it's quite easy to reach both Palm Beach and Oranjestad, which is our capital. As I mentioned prior, San Nicolas is the second largest district of Aruba, also called Sunrise City. But most important thing about San Nicolas is it's been since 2016 now our art capital of Aruba. So, but I'm not going to tell you everything. I brought in an Aruban local friend, that's Vanessa, and she will tell you about a little bit more about San Nicolas.
This is one of my favorite treasures in Aruba, the inspiring murals and artwork in San Nicolas. Located on the southeast end of Aruba, San Nicolas has a diverse and colorful vibe. You can see it on the streets, the walls, and in the people. I painted this mural to represent Aruba's rich history and roots. Take a stroll in San Nicolas and visit the local craft shops and restaurants for a real taste of Aruba's art scene and culture. My name is Vanessa, and this is my Aruba.
Aruba is an island where elements come together. And one thing about Aruba is people visit the island due to the pristine beaches, of course, but the main thing about Aruba is the Aruban itself, the one happy island feeling, the warm feeling that Aruban gives to our visitors. And due to the fact that we have 96 different nationalities in Aruba, it makes us quite unique to be able to adapt ourselves to all types of culture, all types of visitors, etc. But also in our cuisine, this is notable. we have a very, very, very large variety of cuisines, which starts with the Aruban local dishes, which a lot of stew meat, seafood, of course, but also a lot of influence of the Caribbean, and of course the international cuisine. These are elements that come together whenever we talk about the Aruban cuisine. But to go more in depth on how we locals do it, I brought in a friend, that's Ruben.
This is serious business. That's the ocean. And right there, this fish was swimming a while ago. So our fisherman took that fish, brought it here, put it in the kitchen, and right here you have it on your plate. Forget about knives. You are allowed to eat with your hands. This is a red snapper. My name is Ruben, and this is my Aruba.
Well, thank you, Ruben. I mean, that is the way we as local do it on or in Aruba. And one other unique thing about Arubans is that makes us very special. I mean, and makes our visitor feel welcome at home is that all Arubans, or most 90, I think 99% of the Arubans, they speak four languages: Papiamento, which is our local language, English, Spanish, and Dutch, due to the fact that we are part of the Dutch kingdom. Aruba counts, I think, I'm quite sure, the most sunny days, and the most sunny days, I mean the most sunny days in the Caribbean. So one thing that Arubans like to say is, today the sun is shining. And how do we say that in Papiamento?
In our local language, papiamento, solo te brilla means the sun is shining. We say that a lot in Aruba. Like today, solo te brilla.
So as you can see, due to our geographical, positioning, being part of the Lesser Antilles, we can count on the most sunny days in the Caribbean. Aruba does not only have its pristine beaches where we're known for, but we also have a lot of treasure throughout the island. For example, the rough side of the island, the north side of the island, you have a lot of small, tiny bays where you can find a lot of tranquility if you want some privacy. But also, we have a nice, unique bay where it's beautiful to snorkel, and of course, you can kayak, you can do a bit of activity, be active while you're in Aruba, and this is Mangal Halto. So you know what? I'll let my two locals take it over.
We're here in one of my favorite spots, Mangal Alto. It's located to the south of the island in Savaneta and really easy to explore. We locals love to hop in a kayak and paddle along the mangroves. You'll see different species of birds, and if you're lucky, you might even see a turtle, as we call it, tortuga. My name is Devin, and this is my Aruba.
So you see, if you want to be active, Aruba is known for the relaxation. I mean, whenever you travel to Aruba, it's a spa. It's a spa treatment on itself. But I mean, if you want to be active, we have a lot to do, from kayaking to skydiving to, snorkeling trips on catamaran. You have island tours, island off-roading. You can absorb the island through a horse ride. I mean, there's a lot of things to do while in Aruba. Well, as you all know, traveling is not as it used to be. So whenever you travel to Aruba, you decide to choose Aruba as a destination. Right now, we have implemented our ED traveling card, so online embarkation, 72 hours prior to departures. Have this filled in. It's also mandatory to take a PCR test, whether it's prior to departure. This has to be uploaded also 72 hours prior to departure, but you can also choose to have this done in Aruba. Take in consideration, if this is done in Aruba, you take your PCR test in Aruba, you will have to be in quarantine for a max of 24 hours waiting for your result. But I mean, can't be that bad. Sitting in your hotel room with a pina colada or a Aruba Riba, waiting for your vacation to start. So, I mean, can't be that bad. So please, I would like to thank you all, and please visit aruba.com for more information. We have our Facebook page, Aruba Tourism, but also our Instagram, Aruba. And so follow us, and who knows, maybe we'll see you guys in Aruba. Take care.
So let's move on to our final stop in today's virtual roadshow of the Caribbean. It's the island of Jamaica, and we welcome Torrance Lewis, District Sales Manager, who is going to tell us all about his wonderful island and what you can experience in Jamaica.
Thanks, Carol. Thanks for that introduction. And welcome everybody to this wonderful webinar. My name is Torrance Lewis. I'm the District Sales Manager here with the Jamaica Tourist Board, and I'm going to tell you about Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world. So, where's Jamaica? We're located smack in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, surrounded by the warm waters and the gentle breeze, closest to Cuba, the islands of Hispaniola, and the Cayman Islands. Some quick facts about Jamaica. Jamaica is 11,000 square miles. The capital is Kingston. We've got about 2.8 million people. It's warm all year round. And it's best known for its coffee, its music, Bob Marley, our famous bobsled team, and the jerk culinary treats that we provide the world. Our athletes are also well known, notably Usain Bolt. And we have a strong economy that's majors in agriculture, mining, manufacturing, but most of all, tourism. And tourism is the biggest industry on the island. Getting to Jamaica is quite easy from Europe. We've got direct flights from London Heathrow and London Gatwick, and coming out of Scandinavia, connecting via London is by far the easiest way to get to Jamaica at the moment. What do you need to know about the entry requirements in this COVID era? If you are a UK or European national traveling to Jamaica from Europe, you do not require a visa, you do not require a PCR test, and all you have to do is to go online to visitjamaica.com and fill in our travel authorization application form. When you arrive in Jamaica, you will be greeted by the option of having a meet and greet service through Club Mobay. This is a convenient service that is available for people who want to be escorted through immigration. They will join you at the gate and assist you through all of the protocols of the airport. And on your return, there will be a lounge where you can relax before your flight, before you board, and have cocktails and snacks and have an enjoyable departure experience. But the travel authorization is an important part of the process of going to Jamaica at the moment. And currently, when you go to our website, it will ask you, do you live in Jamaica? If you say no, it will take you to this section here where you will fill in all the information that you would normally fill in for immigration and customs. It's all done digitally now. And you then, at the end of that process, get the travel authorization form. This allows you to do all the things that you would want to do in Jamaica's resilient corridor, which has been created as the stay-in zone for visitors who come to the island. What does the resilient corridor do? Well, it's there as a geographical space to allow the entities in tourism, both the hotels and visitors, to create a Jamaica experience that is safe and secure. It's been given the seal of approval by the WTTC, and all the properties and all the entities that operate in this area work to establish protocols which ensure the safety of the visitor and the tourism worker. It starts in Negril on the very western tip of the island, and it runs all across the northern coast to Port Antonio. And on the southern side of the island, it runs from Negril all the way down to the southern coast of the island to the area of Treasure Beach. All of the entities and all of the operators that operate in the resilient corridor will display this COVID-19 safety protocol certificate. And as I said, Jamaica is a safe to travel destination from WTTC, which means you can send your clients there knowing that they're going to have a great time and enjoy the vibe of Jamaica. So, which market segments is Jamaica best suited to? Well, it's pretty straightforward. We are all about food and adventure, honeymoons, weddings, luxury, groups and events, families, singles, and culture. And what better than offering also something for independent travelers? We know that the Scandinavian people like to go on holiday, do their own thing, and Jamaica is perfect for the independent traveler. It's also great for families. If you have clients that are families and they're looking for a holiday either this winter or next summer, Jamaica is perfect for them as well. But it's also good for multi-generational families. And so many families have missed out on their annual holidays in 2020. Maybe they want to go away together, spend some time because they haven't had time in 2020. And Jamaica is perfect for multi-generational families. And weddings, although we know that lots and lots of weddings have been postponed. There's going to be a lot of demand for them going forward. For those who want to go abroad, there's no more beautiful romantic location than getting married in Jamaica. So, destination Jamaica. The best activities, the best experiences, the best events, and yes, the best food. The warm weather is year-round. We've got a really, really diverse product. Our culture is vibrant. Our landscapes are naturally very beautiful. Getting to Jamaica is quite easy from Europe, as I mentioned, from the UK, from North America. Our infrastructure on the island is quite good, getting around, the hotels, the standards. And our people continue to innovate and give you new experiences in entertainment, in attractions, in activities. But most of all, Jamaica has this really, really amazing accommodation, and it's diverse. It's not just all inclusive. We have small boutique hotels, we have villas, we have apartments, and most of all, we've got some really, really good luxury hotels, low density. Everybody wants to go away now and not be in a large high density property. Well, Jamaica is ideal. We've got properties that can deliver that low density experience at the very high end, and for discerning travelers, it is perfect. So some of the places to stay on the island, there are some that are very well known. The hotels that are on our north coast, like Riu, Iberostar, Royalton, Hilton, are well-known international brands, as is Ocean by H10. But some of the local brands, like the Sandals and Round Hill, also deliver a very Jamaican experience at a very high standard. The island has over 40,000 rooms, and it ranges from small B&Bs right up to large all-inclusives. There's something there for everyone. So that's the island. At the very west, we have Negril. Coming along, we get to Montego Bay, which is the main gateway. Ocho Rios is in the center of the island, and Port Antonio down on the northeastern side. And on the southern side, we have the capital, Kingston, and the south coast area where we have Treasure Beach. So let me tell you a little bit about each one. Well, Montego Bay is probably the most buoyant, the most active, and it's where we have our Reggae Sumfest Carnival every year. It's known for its beaches. The Doctor's Cave Beach in Montego Bay is probably one of the nicest beaches anywhere on the island. The Hip Strip, where all the entertainment is, the Luminous Lagoon, it has great championship golf courses. And of course, rafting can be done in Montego Bay, as well as there's an amazing marine park where you can go and snorkel, go on catamaran tours, and really enjoy the Caribbean Sea. If we leave Montego Bay and go east towards Ocho Rios, it's only 90 minutes by coach, but this is the area that has probably the most natural beauty. Duns River Falls, Fern Gully, Shaw Park Gardens. These are all beautiful locations where you can go and interact with nature and do fun stuff. Our main adventure companies have bases here at the Mystic Mountain and Chukka Tours, and it's also well known for its duty-free shopping. Ocho Rios is a popular and famous cruise shipping port, and the town has the feel of a tourism hub, a tourism center. And if you really are into Bob Marley, the birthplace of Bob Marley is only 5 minutes away from Ocho Rios. So this is a must if you go to the Ocho Rios area. Kingston, our capital, has all of the charm of a big city with its vibe, its theatres, its galleries. The gastronomy hubs are there. You go to Devon House and you can try all of Jamaica's famous culinary treats. Their gardens, their coffee tours. You can go into the mountains and experience bird watching. The beauty of Jamaica is that you can tour. And I know that people who come from Northern Europe in particular want to get out and about, take time to go into the interior, see the natural beauty, and get to meet people. And there's no better place than to go to our capital and get a sense of the heartbeat of Jamaica. And then our smallest resort on the northeastern side, Port Antonio, where the Frenchman's Cove is, where Jerk comes from. This small resort has some of the most stunningly beautiful waterfalls. It also has the Blue Lagoon, it has the Sand Beach, and the best river for rafting, the Rio Grande. This is where people go if they want to see the hidden treasures, the hidden gems that Jamaica has in terms of its natural beauty. If we go back around to the southern side of the island, this is an area called our South Coast, and here it stretches all the way from Mandeville down to Treasure Beach. It's about community tourism down here. There's some beautiful waterfalls, there's a swamp safari, the Appleton Estate Distillery. It's a quieter part of the island, but it's equally naturally beautiful. And I would think that, knowing the Scandinavians as well as I know them, this is where they are going to want to go to see the real Jamaica. Highly recommended. The South Coast and Treasure Beach is a must. So we have lots of attractions, and I'm going to take you through them very, very quickly. Zip lining, snorkeling, caving, historic houses, bird watching. These can all be done on the island, as well as lots of things on our beautiful rivers. There's shopping. Not that everybody wants to do duty-free shopping, but it's there. And if you are into your music, and if reggae music is part of why you're coming to Jamaica, there are several musical heritage tours. You can do culinary tours and film location tours as well. Great beaches, you would expect that with Jamaica. And great waterfalls, several stunning waterfalls across the island. And obviously, one good thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. Well, Jamaica's greatest musician, Bob Marley, said that, and we are the premier music venue in the Caribbean for festivals and reggae. This is the birthplace of reggae. You're coming to the Caribbean for the food. Food is essential to life, so when you make it, we make it good. That's what Jamaicans always say. Good food, wholesome food. It's always fresh. It has a nice feel of spice and tastiness. And if you're not into meat, the locals called Rastafarians have their own cuisine called Ital, and you can find a vegan type cuisine in all Rastafarian restaurants, which is really, really tasty and meat free. Lastly, let's talk about the festivals. Jamaica has an amazing calendar of festivals, both musical and cultural, and we also have a little bit of a treat for you. Next year, we expect that the new 007 film will be released. And if you have been following it in the media, you will know that Bond has retired. He's living in Jamaica. The books were written here at GoldenEye, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity for you to see the beautiful side of Jamaica in the Port Antonio area as James Bond comes out of retirement to return to active duty. We'll have fam trips in 2021, and we'd like to take as many of you as possible. Dates to be confirmed. We're looking forward to having some more Scandinavian operators and travel agents in Jamaica. But at this point, I'd like to say thank you very much.
Jamaica, heartbeat of the world. Let's go.
So we've had some great presentations, and final video stop, just a few minutes, because we've got so much of the Caribbean we want to show you. So before we move on to the prize drawing, let's just quickly pop into Belize. Wow. Another great Caribbean destination. And they started that video by saying the wait is over, and the wait is over. We're now going to have our digital prize draw, and this is going to be delivered by Florian Valmy-Devillers. And this is going to be delivered by Florian Valmy-Devillers from the CTO chapter office, UK and Europe. And Florian has some great prizes to select. Now, this is what he's going to do. He's put everyone's name into the digital draw. You've got to be in it to with it. You've got to stay with us. And what have we got? We've got some great prizes. We have gift bags courtesy of Anguilla, the Cayman Islands and Grenada. We then have 2 prize trips that we're giving away. The first prize will be 4 nights all inclusive at the Hard Rock Punta Cana. And you've seen the presentation from Enrica, so you know what to expect. And then our headline sponsor, the US Virgin Islands, they will be offering 6 nights, which will be split between 2 islands. So stay with us and join Florian now as he selects the winners for these great prizes. And don't worry, the gift bags will be posted to you and you'll receive the vouchers for your hotel stays. So over to Florian, and he's going to select the winners for us.
Thank you so much, Carol. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for staying with us until the end. We're very happy to have you here. It's very cold in London as well. We've seen your comments and we concur with you. We really want to go to the Caribbean as soon as possible, and we thank our partners for this lovely presentation. This is now the moment that we are all looking forward to. And we also have a little surprise. Terence has written something in the chat. If you paid attention, you have seen it, but we will reveal it very soon. Let's start with a lovely gift bag that is offered by Irene from the Cayman Islands. And let's see who is the first lucky winner of today's section. And the lucky winner of the gift bag from the Cayman Islands is Lars. Lars, if you are with us, please write winner in the chat, unmute yourself, manifest yourself, do whatever you can to say that you're still here with us. If not, we will have to pick another name. So please let us know that you're still with us today. We hope you've enjoyed this beautiful presentation from Irene with mantas and all of these beautiful things. Like, I mean, when we started to talk about food, I had my stomach that started to talk to me as well, and really being like, when are you taking me to the Caribbean? Okay, perfect. Let's see if Lars is still here. This is how you've registered yourself when you entered the chat. So let us know if you're still here. Lars. I might say not the right way, but it's Lars or Lars, or let's see. Lars, are you here? Yes, perfect. Congratulations, Lars. You've run a lovely gift back from the Cayman Islands. We now have another lovely pure Grenada bag, and this is offered by the Grenada Tourism Authority, who always really spoils you with beautiful spices and a lot of treats in the bag, and a lot of surprises as well. So let's see who's the lucky winner of that prize from Pure Grenada. And the second person for today is Jan Fisher Pedersen. Congratulations, Jan. You'll be able to travel via your test buds to Grenada very soon, and hopefully, and we'll show that it will give you the motivation and the envy to discover these beautiful spice islands if you haven't been yet. We really recommend it to you. We went there last year with Carol at this time in December. It was the absolutely highlight of our year. It was an amazing time. We had an amazing time. We went to see the waterfalls. We tasted cocoa that was made on the island. It was absolutely fantastic. And congratulations to you. You're here, Jan. So we're gonna send you the gift bag very soon. Now we have 2 gift bags from the beautiful island of Anguilla that was presented by Caroline. And the first The first winner is Monica Ernest, I believe. Monica, if you're here, let us know. We will send you one of the beautiful gift bags from Anguilla that was represented by Caroline Brown here in the UK as well with us. Monica, if you're here, let us know. She will be an amazing gift bag from the luxurious island of Anguilla. So please manifest yourself. We want to treat you as you deserve and send you some lovely gifts from Anguilla. Monica, are you here? I'm waiting for you, Monica. Monica, please manifest yourself. It's about time. We'll have to pick another name if you're not here anymore. No Monica for now. You might have to pick another name then. Sorry, Monica. I'll give you 2 more seconds. Still nothing? Okay, we'll pick another name. And the third winner for today is Pamela's. We've got Pamela's iPhone. Whoever registered on the Pamela iPhone, you're the lucky winner of 1 gift bag from the beautiful island of Anguilla. Manifest yourself, please, Pamela. Write in the chat, say something. No, Pamela? We'll have to take this beautiful bag for us, Carol. No? Well, let's see. We're not lucky this morning. Oh, yes! Congratulations, Pamela. It was just about time. Congratulations to you. And let's pick another name for the second gift bag now from Anguilla. And just a little anecdote. Last year with Carol, we also went to the beautiful island of St. Martin and we saw Anguilla from there. And the only way that I had for this is I want to explore this beautiful island. It looks amazing. And the second winner for the Anguilla gift bag is Malin. Malin. Or Malin. Don't know how to pronounce it properly. But please, if you're here and you've registered under this name, congratulations, you're here, Malin. So that's great. Let us now move on to our great prizes. And let's see who is going to be very lucky to have the opportunity to travel and stay 4 nights all-inclusive at the 5-star hotel Hard Rock Punta Cana for 2 people. So let's see who is this lucky winner of these great prizes by Enrica from Hard Rock Hotel Punta Cana. And we have Biro, I don't know how to say that, but this is how you've written your name. Please manifest yourself if you have it. It was a beautiful prize of 4 nights all-inclusive. Congratulations, you're here. So you have an amazing time in Dominican Republic. Now, as we said, we have a little surprise. Torrance is going to take one of you next year, whenever you can travel, to the beautiful island that is the heartbeat of the world. So one of you is going to go to Jamaica on a farm trip next year, hopefully. So let's see. You had a lot of enthusiasm about Jamaica in the presentation, so let's see who's going to be the lucky winner to go to Jamaica. Maybe with Torrance, that would be even more lucky. And it is Ursula Boyer. Ursula, congratulations to you. You will have an experience of a lifetime in Jamaica. I can guarantee this to you. Wherever you go in Jamaica, if it's Kingston to Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, you will have the best time of your life. Congratulations to you, Ursula. Congratulations, that's great. And now the last person that we're going to pick is going to have the privilege to stay 6 nights in the US Virgin Islands. That is a courtesy of our headline sponsor today, the US Virgin Islands. So let's see who is going to have a chance to get in touch with Karen and get all of the details about this amazing prize of 6 nights. And it's Karen Lexberg. Karen, I've seen you chatting in the chat. Congratulations to you. You've won 6 nights stay in the US Virgin Islands as soon as you can travel. And these different dates will be communicated to you by Karen who did an excellent presentation from the US Virgin Islands, our headline sponsor. Karen, manifest yourself, please. You were here earlier on. Yes, congratulations to you. Congratulations as well to all the winners, and thank you to our partners. Thank you, Carol. And we wish you all the best, and keep thinking about our lovely Caribbean region. Thank you.
And congratulations once again to the winners. How lucky to win those amazing gift bags with so many treats from the Caribbean, and to win prize trips today to the Hard Rock Punta Cana and also to the US Virgin Islands. Thank you so much to our sponsors and to our presenters. And thank you to you all for joining with us, for staying with us, and just learning so much about the Caribbean. Just to let you know that the presentation will be housed on our YouTube channel. So Florian will send the link to you so that you can watch this presentation over again, and you can watch all the presentations that we've done. Haven't you just had a wonderful time here today? So once again, I'm going to invite all our presenters to say a big thank you to you. We're going to give you a wave, and we look forward to welcoming you all in the Caribbean very soon. Thank you and good night from me and this wonderful team of presenters that we've had. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep selling the Caribbean. Thank you all. Good night. Good day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. Yeah. Saw you in the back of the restaurant, your head held low with your hands on top. And I've always been a sucker for a brand new project. Said I'm a lover, not a fighter. Even on the days you treat me like a vampire. You take what you want and you leave what you don't. I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. Can you tell me why? To the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. I will volunteer myself to you, and then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lie back in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again. And can you tell me why do the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. Tell me why do the visions I have always have your face in them, and tell me why the lines I draw in the sand always disappear. I will volunteer myself to you, And then no one can say that there was more I could do. And when you lay me in the pouring rain, I will give you my heart and then do it again.